My job is head of strategic planning and business development at CBS Corporation. A typical day has a lot of different things going on. Sometimes we're in meetings talking about projects or decisions we have to make across the company. There are times when people on the team and myself were just working in our office. Sometimes we have conference calls with people in our other offices. We have, because we're a media and entertainment company, we have a big presence in California, so a lot of people in Los Angeles, so we're constantly either on the phone or video conferencing with them. So no day is typical, I would say. My job is interesting because it touches all parts of the company. So we spend a lot of time working with all of our different businesses, and that could be people making TV shows, to people publishing books, to people selling advertising. So it really touches a lot of parts of the company, but it also touches the legal department, the finance department, the public relations department. We spend a lot of time with our senior executives. So my job is interesting in that it really spans across the whole company. Well, my first job when I was 16 years old was parking cars at a country club. And then when I was in college, I delivered pizza and had other types of fun young people jobs. But then after I went to college and I got my MBA, I started working at one of the big Wall Street firms, working on mergers and acquisitions, advising companies on which businesses to buy and to sell and how to create value through mergers and acquisitions. And then I left that to come and work in the entertainment industry for one of the companies in the mergers and acquisitions department inside the company. And since then, I've spent almost 20 years working in different jobs in the media and entertainment industry. I think the media industry has a lot of people who love it and have always wanted to be in the industry. I actually kind of fell into it by accident because someone offered me a job in this industry and I hadn't really thought about it. But now that I've been in it for a while, I really do love the industry and couldn't imagine working in any other industry. So in undergraduate, I went to a liberal arts college, so I studied economics, so that was the most sort of business type of undergraduate degree. And then I went and got my MBA where I studied finance and accounting. So my job is really a job that can be done at any company of any size in any industry. Like I said, it's one of those sort of generalist jobs that most companies seem to have a need or a necessity for. Yeah, I work at a very large company, right? We have over 12,000 employees around the world. We work in multiple big different business segments. So I would say it's a very large company. And I think the challenge of working sometimes in a big company is that a lot of decisions touch a lot of different parts of the company. So sometimes you have to spend a lot of time gathering information and getting buy-in from people before a big decision gets made. Whereas at a smaller company, the decision-making processes are probably a little simpler. My customers and clients, again, are very varied. I have internal customers like senior management and heads of our business units who we work with to solve problems and launch new businesses. But I also have external customers and clients. Frequently, we're negotiating with other business partners around a deal, around do they want to buy our programming? So I spend a lot of time on negotiating with outside companies like Comcast and other people who want to buy our programming. I'd say the best thing is the variety. I think what I really like about my job is I'm not doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, one day I'm working on a project for a business in Australia, and the next day I'm working on a project for a business here in New York or in LA. They're digital businesses, they're book publishing businesses, so I really enjoy the variety of the work. I think the biggest challenge is that the media industry is changing. So a lot of how people consume content is changing very rapidly. Phones and other mobile devices and streaming services are becoming very popular now, and so that's creating a lot of different decisions that we have to make, but it keeps it very interesting. I think the best thing for anyone to do early in their career is to just get a good knowledge of business. I think you can get that by studying accounting. I think you can get that from finance. You can get that from working at a consulting company. Just something that gives you sort of a good, broad, general understanding of how companies work and how businesses operate.